something I just learnt with YouTube is that if it hears me say a word, it highlights the button in the player. So if I say like the video, subscribe, notification, bell, share, clip, I'm just saying words because I want to see if it highlights stuff. Anyway, I've been goofing around with this thing. I ran into an issue with the crane, right? So I can lift it up and we can come so I can get the like bottom of the crane to clear. But then if I'm holding anything, if I've picked anything up with the crane, I basically can't get it to come over the side. And when I extend the second segment, it gets even worse because it drops down lower. And I've been seeing lots of like glitchy stuff when I put it all the way up, it's getting stuck and bouncing around. But basically, I need to lift the crane up like another floor, like another probably 11 blocks or something, maybe even higher, which kind of sucks. It's going to offset the height a lot. I put some tracks in the floor though, and I moved the crane over, so now it's kind of like, I was thinking it would be cool if it was integrated in the walkway, where you come along and then you can go in. Put some little safety rails up here. So it's still pretty easy to get up here, but all this had to go, and it's still having issues when these corners clip, I think. I started working, well, I got this going. There's some kind of timing issue or like distance to physics bodies for that to slide out. It's getting jammed, yeah, like that. But when I get close to it, I think the capacitor's just run out on it though. So yeah, by the time it figures out like how to get under that rail, the capacitor's turned off and it's all locked up. It was doing it before, but I can't remember exactly how I was getting it to work, so I might just fix that now so I can actually see what's going on, because I know how to fix it. In this controller, I need another logic node, which will be the ordnance type, and essentially I get rid of, I can get rid of a bunch of this stuff actually. I want it to be when the ordnance type does not equal something. So a threshold is probably fine for that. And we're just going to use maybe this one here. So if this ordnance type, when it's detecting 0, nothing, I better make it say not, because otherwise I'll get real confused. So that's going to slide along, and then this one here, I think that's 1, utility is 1. So when the ordnance type is not 1, I can get rid of the capacitor, and then I can get rid of that not, because that'll be off this one, I think. When it is 1, it'll lock everything into place. Hopefully that's it. Delete! No, don't delete. I think that's it. I think that's how that's going to work. So it slides out, and then the rail that drops down into place is just on a gravity system. It's just waiting for this to get out of its way, and then it falls down and it locks with a hard point inside this first pillar. And then I started putting this up here, which is where all my mast and like radar-y stuff is going to sit on. That actually worked out pretty well. It's like nicely merged in with this. It's a little bit of a dodgy connection there, but oh well. Moved the staircase across a little bit. Shifted it out as well so that there's now a gap through here, but that meant I could do this nice little rail corner. Don't know what that is. I started like walling things off. I get the feeling though I'm gonna have to chop out this floor, because every time I put it in the water it just rolls over. So I'm gonna have to lift the crane up and cut out a floor. I'm pretty certain. Anyway, the goal is that this one here, I've sort of walled off the insides. This is going to be my hospital area somewhere in here, And then this zone here is actually like 7. I might need to change the width of this, but I wanted to use my, put the staircase in here for internal. So I'll do that because that's something pretty easy to accomplish. I'm going to have to make the cargo hold door a bit smaller, or at least move this wall across. So what I'll do, we'll give it 5 blocks of space. In this wall will have to go and come across, spin around and go up. I made a mistake. I put the stairs going the wrong way. Hold on, I can fix this. There you go. That might mean I can put a door inside here to get into the cargo bay. Otherwise it'll be at the back. There'll be a door here. So this one can come up, and I'll probably just go straight back across here and then go up again on top of that. So only this piece of stair. I really wanted to do like the corner thing on that, but I don't know how that's gonna work. The only reason I wanted to do the stairs this way, like going lengthways down the ship, is because I just happen to have that kind of space. But it might be better to turn them sideways, going left to right. I'm sort of cutting more and more into the space, but then it's gonna be a bit more easy to manage, I think. I really feel like I should just cut out this floor, to be honest. This whole segment here, because it's just rolling. Let me make, I have the version of this saved already where it's like this tall. So if I just cut it out, alright, this is the difference. I probably shouldn't zoom in too far. On the left, we have a slightly shorter version, so chopped out one floor completely. And on the right, we have the version before I started doing anything today. So what do you think? Let me know. Leave a comment below. Tell me, you know, which is better. I kind of like the short one now, actually. The shorter one will allow me to put a proper mast on here without too many tricks. The crane's got to go up, and when the crane comes up, maybe it can just be at the same height as the top of the bridge, and that will kind of, I don't know, I think that's a good line to try and hold. Vertical, a horizontal line to hold. I don't know why it's jammed up again though. It should have extended all the way. This door, I bet this door will fall out. I'm gonna move this staircase back across closer because this feels real small, really narrow through here. And then the staircase that's on the inside, I don't know, maybe I forced you to use some of these outside stairs. I'll keep working on the shorter version because there's not going to be too much of a difference if I want to put the floor back in or not. It's really not too different, especially for what I'm doing right now, which is just like internal stuff. And what I might also do now that I've extended this thing here is the controller that moves the helipad out. I'm also going to put a On the detection of the ordnance type, another switch box. This one here will be for the up and down movement of the rail movement. And that can just go into there, probably. So once the ordnance type is detected as 1, once it's in place, then it will drop the rail down. And I should put a capacitor on the relay, and then I can connect all of it. So it will discharge for another 10 seconds, that's fine. It doesn't need to be too much. And that controls these tracks. And they go down and they lock into those hard points. What the hell? There you go, that's what it's supposed to do. Okay, I need somewhere for a staircase, an internal staircase that can go between every floor, and it's not gonna fit in here. I mean, it would if I did it real narrow. The thing is, like, these tracks for where I put the container connectors, they don't line up at all for like the middle of the store. Basically what I've done is I've put the tracks on the insides of the container sizing, and if I have enough space, it might be a good idea to turn this into grippers, like some grippers maybe, and push them down, because then if you're using a normal container, default containers, then you'll be able to just connect with the, well, if you're using the electrical connectors, there's no point in using those anyway. What if I make the door even, so that would bring the wall to here? Do I then gain enough space on this side to do a double staircase? I'm almost definitely not, probably maybe, going to be able to get a truck on here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think it'll be a miracle if I get a truck on here. But a truck is only 11-ish wide. This is 15 wide. A truck would fit. Maybe not the height though, that would be the other thing. So I've made the door narrower for the reason of being able to run these tracks all the way up to it. So now if I've got like a submarine or something, maybe that can use these tracks. Oh yeah, I tried putting like the lifeboat and the shark submarine in this kind of space. Those are so wide, it's nuts. This is gonna have to be some other kind of thing that can come into here. Some other submarine probably. I'm not too sure if what I'm doing with the tracks is actually correct. Sharp Spoonful recommended that I do something like this, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I will trust him. So yeah, maybe I can put like a submarine in here, and then that can go shoosh and fly out off the back. And I've put tracks here on this side, even though there's no container connectors. I might put them in there. I think it's more like symmetry, and if I have something else that can connect to the tracks, it can be locked in on there. Okay, and so the wall, wait a minute. The wall would need to get wider. This is like 6? This is only 4. Okay. I don't think that's where the stairs are going then. What I should do is just get rid of this piece, because none of that is really going to be useful for anything. Okay, let's try some stair layouts. So there is this one, this one, this one. So that's like you have to go up and around, up and around, up and around. This would be the most compact. Then I could do another option is like, this was what I was trying before. I think this is still kind of similar to that other style, but it just does that. Oh yeah, it's not too different really. The difference is like how you get off the stairs and onto the floor. So I've got to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess the benefit of this one where it's like doubling back on itself is that you can exit in towards the ship through, you know, if you come down the stairs, you turn right and then you can go through a door and be inside one of the internal rooms, and then you could put another door on the other side of that, and that can lead outside. So that keeps all your doorways in the same kind of place. I mean, you can do the same with this though, can't you? You just have doors all stacked up on top of each other. Actually, there is no difference with this in terms of how much space it's going to take up. Because in order to even get around these stairs, you need this whole space available. So I would probably put a rail, but then that's just, you know, that separates your stairs from your hallway. 2, 3, 4. And then you would have your wall for your interior rooms. And so suddenly this thing, if this was the exterior wall, this is 13 wide. But then you have basically the same thing here where this is an exterior wall. And then this is an interior wall. And this is also 12. Why is this 12? Why is that 13 and this 12? Oh, because this is like only allocating 4 from the end of that secondary internal rail. It's only 4 blocks before it hits the wall, whereas this is giving you 5 blocks of walking space. So it's like an extra little bit of width. And I guess this one, where it's like the stairs are directly on top of each other, you get this internal hallway that you have to manage. Whereas this one, the internal hallway is also acting as a staircase, so you go up and down faster, I think, is what it would mean. I'm gonna do this one, the second design, because it's actually more compact by 1 block, and it hopefully is more compact, like just overall anyway. Like I think it's vertically more compact as well. I might actually need to do some kind of combination because the last one will come up into the bridge and you might want to have that blocked off somehow. It also depends where the staircase is because what the hell? That stairs case is up against the wall, then you've got, it breaks out and you'll be on the medical room floor, or if you go up then, oh dear, I need to flip it back the other way maybe. So coming up into the bridge is where it gets all botched, so I think I'd have to split it. I was really going for like a 5 wide gap between staircases and walls and things, so that would mean pushing it forwards 1 here. And the reason for flipping it was so that it comes up inside here. Okay, hold on a minute. I need to just get rid of the top floor, the top staircase that goes up to the bridge. That one is just a no-go for sure. So this is the staircase that goes ground floor, hospital floor, and then whatever else the other thing is. Oh, it should also go down as well into the engine bay and like whatever's gonna be down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is how it's going in. And then from here I think I can get out like two of those blocks, put in a little wedge. hopefully that's enough headroom for coming up there. And then here we just go down, and we're going down to the engine. What's it called? An engine room. Why is that a different height? Who designed this goddamn ship? That's actually quite nice, because then it gives me a very distinct area of where the front floor is going to be. Like, I don't know what you would put in here, but you've got another floor. This might even be a good crew area. And then I think this is 7. 6. I guess it's gonna, like, you come down, but then you're sort of in this engineering zone before, I don't know what I'm talking about. Do I leave it open, do you think? Like, you'd be able to see pretty much down through every floor if I do this. Let's see how I did. Pretty sure there is a stair missing from that. Oh yeah, okay, that's pretty good. So there'll be a door here. Open the door, go forwards into the hospital, which is, even though it's kind of going to be a funny shape, you don't really need much of a hospital, you know. We can go up. So yeah, I don't know if I should cut this out and then, or like wall it off or something. Coming up here is pretty good. This would be, I don't know. What would you put up here? Maybe like just a hanging out area, like a galley, kitchen, a little crew hangout space. That way that'd be real close to the bridge as well. Because I think I'll have to do a staircase that pops up in this section. That makes sense, actually. So you'll be able to come back into this space to control the crane or look at the deck or anything. And then you go down. Side. What's on this floor? This is hospital. Is it? No, this is, I don't know what would be on this floor. Next floor down. So this is like ground floor. This is the hospital, right next to the rescue area. And then it's kind of weird that there's a staircase going up there like that and then up. If you never go inside though, I think this is good. Otherwise I have to put it somewhere else. Come down, you can do like crew quarters maybe. And that this room, this room, it can come quite far back, I think. And even this staircase doesn't need to go directly down here. It can run back and connect onto this walkway. So the room could actually come back to like here. And I might have more pistons anyway, so you never know, the engine room might get a lot bigger. And then all this space back here for activities. Imagine if, okay, so if I had another floor, there would be so much more work to do. I'd have to figure out a whole nother floor's worth of crap to put in here. I think I'm happier with a slightly smaller ship. If it means it's less likely to roll over and has less rooms, hopefully that all means like better performance. So yeah, this bit of stair that goes down to the very bottom, that doesn't need to happen yet. So this floor can just be like that. And then this is only like 1 block down. So I might as well probably bring that 1 block up. And then just have a door that goes into engineering and have the engine right there. Just go boop. All the space for activities. And then once you're in the engine room or maybe off to the side like here, you can go down into a lower section. There should be a hallway that separates the staircase because it's like you're basically bringing random people onto your boat. And random people shouldn't have access to all your stairways and stuff. So there's not much reason for you to even get off on this floor. So I think this floor can have its own door. So, I mean, it's good to have bulkheads in a lot of places, I guess, but I think, yeah, when you're into like this floor, the second floor up, there's not much point in having bulkheads anymore. It's more of a, because you're not, I don't know, it's like you're not trying to keep people out anymore. I feel like I'm overthinking my reasons for where I place the door. Okay, door. This is a nice spot for a cupboard. Then, because this is like crew only basically, you've got access to go down to what will be crew quarters and access engineering, or the engine room. You can come up. There's this room which I have no idea what it'll be. Then we have like, this could actually be like kitchen and eating, kitchen, dining, galley, whatever. And then this can be chilling out, maybe an office room or something. And then I need a staircase from here. I'm gonna put a rail here because this is kind of like the door is right there. So it's kind of like, this is a walking space. And then I need to poke up there with another staircase. Who knew staircases could be so complicated? Okay, I can figure out any little details. Like I don't know what I'm doing about this kind of connection over here, but let me spawn it in. Let's go for a walk through everything. I can walk everywhere. This has literally just been like putting the stairs in for an hour. Okay, so I can't go up there because I'm missing a stair still. So you can come in here. We've rescued some people. Put them in hospital beds, boop, 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 boop. And then they have access to this, but this is their exit. And then we'll put a sign up here that says crew only. So the crew can leave and they can go, oh yeah, down into their quarters. And all of this would be beds and stuff. Sleeping area, go up. And then we'll have something. Oh, there's a hole in the deck. I wonder if it doesn't float because there's holes everywhere. And from this floor, they have access to outside. This would be where if you were a smoker on the ship, you would come out here. Maybe they don't smoke, maybe they vape. Come and sit out here and vape. And then we can go up again and we're on like more of a chilling out area probably. Chill out deck for the crew or an office. I can't remember what I said. That gives you access to outside and this glorious. Look at it. So I didn't block off anything. It's all linked up perfectly. This wall is a bit high, but like, what are you gonna do? Still having some problems here. I don't know what's going on. It must be the grippers breaking before the system moves out or something. Yeah, so like the outside staircase is really nice, really easy to use. And the internal staircase is a little bit more complicated, but still pretty easy to navigate. I might need to put a door at the bottom. That might make sense. And then maybe like go off to the side and that can be your hallway down to the engineering. And that way I can use all of the space for beds. Okay, sounds like I've got it sorted now. Bed, medical bed. I wonder if there should be another door actually, so that there's like a lobby. That's probably a good idea. What if I bring this wall out so it's in line with this one? Shoo. Then this piece in here can be used as some kind of equipment storage. I'll take this door and we just run straight back. And that is the med bay. So this can be an equipment room then. I can use this wall to put on equipment for rescuing, because then it's pretty close to where you'd be jumping off anyway. This makes sense. So in here we need some medical beds. And do I need like an isolation unit? I'm just going to start walling all this off because I want to have a smooth wall through here. It's probably a better idea for resources to chuck a physics flooder in there, but whatever. Huh, what's that actually going to do? Can I check physics shapes in here? No, I can't. Because the front is on an angle, and then, or the outside is on an angle, and then the inside is on a flat. Oh no, that's it there. So that's okay. The physics shapes are really big. That's what you want. You want big, chunky physics shapes. There will be a sliding door, not an electric door, just a normal sliding door, and portholes. What they should do is remove the little panel thing from here and stick, or give us a variant of the medical bed that doesn't have that, and then we can just put display on it and display whatever we want on there. It'd be really cool to get one of those, is it an ECG, one of those beeping dashy line things. I think it's time to steal some medbay beds. See, I reckon I can get all of this. Well, I don't need all of this. This is very Star Warsy, isn't it? Or, I don't know, I would say it's more Star Wars than Star Trek. Will it fit? Will it fit? Will it fit? Oh, it definitely will not fit. It's kind of like, at best, I'll get 3 beds in there. How many medical beds do I really need? Is 2 going to be enough? And maybe even a 3rd if I spin the whole thing around. The reason for the windows is like, if this were an isolation unit because of like a virus or something, and you had patients, you just want to be able to look at them, not have to actually go in that room. Okay, I think that's what I'll do. So I've got space to walk around, all the beds. 3 medical beds should be enough. Then I've still got my storage out here, which will be for all the medical equipment. So probably a couple defibs and then just like heaps of first aids. The majority of what's going in here is going to be seats. So how many seats do I need? How many corpses will there be? Well, actually, hold on a minute now. If I can turn this room into the hospital zone, then I don't need any seats. Because I'm not taking them anywhere, I'm just dumping them in here and they'll get hospitaled. Let's leave that for now. I've got medical beds, which is fine, because that's like, if I need to use a medical bed, then they're here. And the isolation room is nice, I like the idea. The front is all smoothed off, so all the physics bodies on this floor are all nice and smooth, except for in here, which is probably okay. There's no windows in here, which kind of sucks. This is not below water, so it would be good to have some windows, except I have to really mash them in here. When are we getting porthole wedges? That'd be cool. This floor was going to be like kitchen, galley, eating area. It'd be good if I could get windows in here actually, because this is going to be one of those areas where you might actually be walking around quite a bit. Should I try it? Maybe if I can jam some windows in here. So let's say the wall is like that. If I do one of these ones, but then I'll move it back perhaps. That should give me space to like try and curve in these inside sections. From far away you probably can't tell, and I mean you're never gonna be right here anyway, but then on the inside, yeah, on the inside you probably can't tell either, because it's just like It's just a funny cutout. If I can get away with this, I will be most pleased. I think I did it. I think I did it. If I paint all these windows and all the surfaces and stuff, you'll never see this. From the outside, I don't think anyone will notice this. And when this is released, I bet the first comment on the workshop page will be, what's up with those weird windows? Please don't roll over. Please don't roll over. Like, first thing it does, rolls over. Great. So, I mean, that's interesting, right? That means that the taller version wasn't really at fault. Like, the height wasn't at fault for making it roll over. I guess maybe it's just not heavy enough down low yet. For now, I'm just going to put this little wheel stabilizer on it. Ooh. Look how close that is to the water. If I can keep it at this height on the water line, it's like perfect. Perfect. So we've rescued some people, bring them through here, a little equipment lobby. There'll be seats or whatever, and we can put them in the medical beds. 3 medical beds. Come in here. Oh, that door should open the other way. Crew quarters. This will be galley. Yeah, these windows are so good. They're at that right height as well, where it's like you can see interesting stuff. You can kind of see the water. So you're close enough to the water to be able to see the interesting things. This is where you can come and have your vape. You can vape out here and come upstairs. This will be, oh, there's a lot of windows up here. I think this will be like an office space. I don't know what kind of work you do on a ship. I can go up though, up. Actually, I'm gonna go up inside. Oh, this is so cool. Yes, it all works, which is really amazing. Like all the walkways and stuff just kind of work together. That helipad hangs way too far out over the front. I think because of the height that I've gained back from chopping off a floor, I'll be able to add a big counterweight thing that goes down the whole length of the ship and add a bulbous bow to help with just general stabilization, I guess. Let's say you're over here and in the port and you see the ship. Oh, it's got some windows. Oh, it's got some windows there. They don't even look that bad. This one here on the back maybe needs a little pyramid on the bottom, but these 2 front ones, they look pretty good. Yeah, I'm okay with that. They're all right. And there could be some windows back there, but I think they're going to be in the cargo hold. Maybe not much point for them there. Or is that just outside? That's just outside, isn't it? Oh, on this side it's outside. On the other side it's in the cargo hold. And then the crane needs to come up. And yeah, so it's coming along. We're actually doing something. I'll leave it here for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.